there's this story I wanted to share with you guys that I've experienced yesterday on the bus. So there's this one bus that is driving to a train station, and it stops after about 20 minutes at a bus stop that is with just a few houses and a forest, and from there it continues for another 10 minutes and gets to the train station. So while I was getting on that bus, a sister wearing the hijab, Allahumma barik, was also getting on the bus. A lot of people. It was pretty crowded. There were just few seats, right? And each stop people would get off until we've reached this one forest destination where just a few houses, and it was only me and that sister and the bus driver there. The bus driver was, I would say, between 40 and 50 perhaps. The sister something in her 20s, I would guess. And I've noticed something. So at this stop, usually the bus driver stops for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then he continues to the train station. And when this woman, the sister, was about to get off, I saw something very, very shocking. Something I, as a man, have not even ever experienced in my life, and I'm driving the same bus line for over 15 years. So this bus driver stopped the sister that was about to get off the bus, and he started asking her question like, do you live around here, and this and that, and he started like laughing with the girl, the sister, and the sister made the mistake to actually laugh back at him, and here the problem began. This guy even started to talk more and more with the sister. And there's something, actually a hadith I actually remembered in this situation, where our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that a non-mahram man and a non-mahram woman are never alone, shaitan is the third. Now, I was present in this situation, but there was a long distance, and I overheard them because they spoke very loud, right? And it was actually crazy because something crossed my mind, right? So I'm driving the same bus line for more than 15 years. I have seen every bus driver at least a couple of hundreds of times. I was alone on the bus sometimes, or only with 1 or 2 other people. And no matter which city I went to, which place, never in my life have I ever been approached by a male or female bus driver and asked about personal information. Like, where do you live? Are you from around here? Or where do you come from? From which country? This and like, this never happened to me, right? And this is a warning I want to give to the sisters. Like, if you are in daily life going about your business, you are maybe entering a bus, you're going shopping at the store, you're at school, you're at work. If you notice a certain pattern in men, you have to be very, very, very careful. And that pattern is that if a man speaks to you as a woman, not the same way like he speaks to a man. For example, let me give you an example. You're going to a bakery, for example. You want to buy some bread, right? As a man, I went to the bakery many, many times, and I was never asked about like, what's your name, where you from, do you live there. No, this was not asked. But if as a sister you go to a bakery and suddenly the person that sells you the bread, he doesn't just say, I wish you a nice day, but he starts like asking you personal questions like, hey, how old are you, where are you from, what's your name, this and that. Ask yourself one question as a sister. And this is why our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam also warned that we should not speak in a kind, friendly, flirtatious tone as a woman. A woman should not speak in a flirty, warm, nice tone to a man, because it can actually poison the heart, make the men go crazy, right? But the thing is this: like, ask yourself as a woman, as a sister, if you get approached by a man with like questions and that person speaks to you, maybe it can be just because you're going shopping, this and that, and they start asking you things and speaking to you in a manner that they would not normally speak to a man. Like, this is actually very, very dangerous, because sure, you could say, you don't know what's in the heart, or with this bus driver, right? Like, you can see the heart, you can see the intentions, but you're also wrong about that, because you can see the intentions of a person by their actions and how they behave towards certain individuals, right? Like, if they truly want something that is good for you, right? For example, this bus driver, he gets hundreds of thousands of customers. Like, what's the point of this bus driver knowing the sister's address? Like, why does he want to know her address? He wants to come into her apartment and rape her or something? A'udhu billah. Like, this is the thing, right? Like, what does he want to know about? Like, why does he want to know this about this sister? Like, I was actually scared for this sister. I thought like, ooh, what is if the next time this bus driver, because this is a stop next to the forest, there are just a few houses, and if she really lives there, what if this bus driver actually in his break gets off and goes to her home or something? may Allah protect this sister. I mean, no, but seriously, this is very, very dangerous. I've seen this also in stores before, like I said, with the bakery. If suddenly, like, someone that sells you something asks you for a lot of personal information as a sister, like, this is definitely a red flag. You have to always think as a sister, is this man I'm dealing with talking to me the same way like he would to a man or not? Because in Islam, it is not forbidden for a sister to go out, let's say, shopping or to a place, right? Or she has to go to school or work, let's say, right? And there's no problem with that. And then there's like another person. For example, you go buy something, there can be a male salesperson, there can be a female one, or let's say you have to do some documents for your visa. Like, it's normal, you have to do this. Maybe in school there's mixed people, like they're male and female, right? And you have to maybe work on something together, but it doesn't mean you should like give your personal information to a male, because that also gives the man the wrong impression that he maybe has a chance with you, right? Like, as a sister, it's very, very important, and I've experienced this not only yesterday but other days, that you shut the door. Even at school, I remember a story of like a new classmate that came to school, right? And a lot of guys thought she was very attractive, and when actually some people like tried to ask her certain things, if she was really kind to them and she would give a lot of information, those guys would even speak more to her. However, there was like this one dude, and I don't know why that was. Maybe he wasn't attractive to her, I don't know. But he asked her stuff and she was really cold to him. And this guy never spoke to her again in such manner. But the guys she spoke with at school in a nice tone and gave her information, like they would always try to speak to her. And one I overheard actually had suddenly a crush on her. And this can lead to a haram relationship as a sister. So this is why it's important from the beginning to set a red line, right? And this sister did a mistake yesterday by giving her personal information to this guy. Like, this was an invitation for fitna, like seriously. Like, the doors for fitna were totally opened here. And this guy, he insisted, like I was like looking like I felt gaira. I was like, this is my sister in Islam. You can't be doing this. Like, and then in front of me, I was thinking like I should approach this bus driver and speak to him to stop such manners and explain him that this is inappropriate and that she is a Muslim sister, right? But this was actually crazy because he only spoke to her there when there was nobody around. And this made me remember this hadith where it says that a woman and a man are not alone and shaitan is the third. Because that was crazy. And I've never experienced such thing before. Plus the age gap was pretty big, so yeah. Like, be very, very careful, sisters. I hope you learn from this lesson. And if the next time a man speaks to you in a very strange manner, like, ask yourself, would he ask the same questions and speak the same way to a man or not? If yes, it is usually pretty harmless, right? There's no ill intentions, no evil intentions. But if that person speaks to you differently than to a man, you have to be very, very careful, especially when a stranger asks you for personal information. Like, this sister right there is not safe anymore, because now the guy knows where she lives. What if he's a crazy person? So yeah, be very, very careful. I hope Allah keeps you all safe and blessed. Ameen. And yeah, I will see you guys next time, inshallah.